Some of you folks that haven't been able to get down to the far end of Holgate, the fishing entrance. Truth be told, not a lot has changed since the storm. Or I should say, since shortly after the storm when the equipment started moving in. Heavy equipment still in place. You're not allowed a sand dump anymore. Interesting here, for any of you folks that watch Gold Rush, here is one of those tumblers that they use up in Alaska. Gospel truth, this is the exact same thing they use up when they're hunting gold in Alaska. That thing turns around and separates pieces of rock from gold. So when they're done here, if this thing's for sale, I'll just buy it and retire from Ship Bottom and head up to Nome, north to Alaska. Was that a Johnny Horton song? Again, the exact same setup as Gold Rush in Alaska. Here we are in Holgate, but anyway, I better show you what the walk-on looks like here. The sand is actually down a bit. As you know, they had much bigger hills of sand. But here is the parking lot. There's good old wooden jetty. A few surfers out. It's between what we call Suicide and Wooden Jetty. Pretty windy today for surfing. But you'll be getting wind interference on the microphone here. But the entrance onto Holgate, i.e. the buggy entrance, is huge. I was just talking to Chris from Forsyth, and he and Stu had mentioned how much sand has recovered at the entrance. Of course, when you get further down the way there, recovery wasn't quite as quick. There's still a lot of points that could go under very quickly. But hard fighting folks in the Holgate groups get a beach replenishment, it will go. See the rock over there? That's the rock of the submerged, what we call the submerged jetty. It's out there. That's how far they will put the sand down and straight out to sea, so that there will be a lot of literal drift. That's one way of putting it. A whole lot of literal drift.